Hey, this is Joe Truglio. I wanted to make a quick video just talking about how I practice fills and patterns on the drum set and how I practice musicality when doing so. I've gotten into the habit sometimes, and a lot of drummers get into the habit of playing fills and practicing fills and patterns at a specific volume level and a specific dynamic range that they're comfortable with. And I think it's really important to start practicing different fills and patterns at different tempos, different volume levels, different feels, and just a different variety of ways in order to make your playing more musical and more dynamic, and to make you more versatile as a drummer. An example I like to use is taking a word and using it in different inflections and different volumes. So you can take like the word man, for example. You can say it in like 10 different ways, and it's gonna inflect, and it's gonna kind of be, it's gonna mean and be used for different things. For example, you know, maybe you're walking down the street and you see somebody that you haven't seen in a while, and you're like, man! Or you could be eating some, you know, good food that you really like, and you turn to your friend and you're like, man. You know, like, man, this is good. Or, you know, maybe somebody's like getting in your face and you're getting pissed and you're like, man. You know, so I kind of like to think about that when I'm playing any type of pattern on the drums, any pattern that I'm practicing. So I want to take that pattern, like the paradiddle pattern, and use it in like a bunch of different ways. So I'm not just going to practice it at one speed or two different speeds and at the same volume over and over again. That's great to get the pattern, you know, clean and smooth to be able to play it, but then you have to change it up, because guaranteed you're going to work on that pattern at, you know, whatever, quarter note equals 150. You do it over and over and over again. And then you sit down to, you know, play with your band, or, you know, you're playing a session, or you're out playing at a jam session, and you're like, man, I got this cool new pattern. I'm going to throw it in. I'm going to use it as a fill. It's going to be crazy. They're going to be like, oh, whoa. And you try to do it, and it's at a different speed, and it's at a different volume than you practice it at. So that's happened to me, you know, many times, where I'll go to play my, you know, current super fill that I'm working on, and it's like, you know, 30 clicks slower than I'm used to doing it, and I feel like my body feels like, you know, molasses when I go to do it. It's like the feel is crappy. You know, I'm not playing it appropriately, maybe with the volume and the, you know, the feel of what's going on in the song. And that's, you know, something that you have to work on your own. So you take that pattern and, you know, practice it fast and loud, and then practice it really slow and soft, and then practice it with accents in different places, and practice it, you know, around other patterns. Practice it in the middle of a beat. Practice it at the end of a beat. And then one of my favorite things to do is practice it with different tracks. So I'll, you know, play it in a jazzy track. I'll play it in a rock track. I'll play it in a funk track. You know, just whatever your favorite band is, throw it on the headphones and, you know, start working it out. And this will just make you more versatile as a drummer in general. So, you know, it's going to force you to adjust your technique and, you know, come up with a different feel and different technique when playing this fill or this pattern. So when you go and play live, especially at a jam session or something like that, where you don't know what's going to happen next, they're going to call a song, it's going to be a different feel than you're expecting. You'll be ready to adjust in the moment. I think that's really important for all drummers to work on. I think it's really important for musicality in your playing. So that's just kind of a quick explanation of how I think about practicing different patterns and different fills and beats around the drums. And I hope you can take this concept and work with it on your own, and let me know how it goes. Write down in the comments, let me know what you're working on, and stay tuned for some more videos.